Welcome back, everybody. Rewatchers Council Angel Edition, I guess we could say. My name's Snark. Joining me, of course, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed Adelia Chamberlain. Adelia, how are you?
I'm very tired today. I didn't sleep at all last night. There was an accidental nap this afternoon that has made me more tired. But I'm happy to be here to talk about this episode, even though it's not the greatest episode ever.
Yeah, I was thinking if you'd have an accidental nap, this would be the one to do it from. Now, of course, we're
I
gonna
did I did get very drowsy while watching this episode. It's just not
be.
that exciting.
It's like warm milk. Now,
Yeah.
because I actually had a nap when I went to rewatch this, it's gonna be a little fresher. So there you go. We're talking Angel season 1, episode 4. I Fall to Pieces. Original air date for this one, October 26th, 1999. Of course, it followed Fear itself
hmm
right after the Buffy episode. Written by co-showrunner David Greenwald, directed by Vern Gillum. He's going to end up directing 4 altogether for Angel here. Now, guest star alert. And I thought this was pretty fun when I found this out because I didn't know this previously. Andy Umberger is going to play Dr. Meltzer. He's
Okay.
had roles on The West Wing, Mad Men, Mindhunter, which is also very good.
hmm
But the big deal for me is that he plays Hoffman Buffy. So there you go. He plays Anya's chaos demon guy, buddy.
Oh, okay.
So there you go. Now, last time on Buffy, and guys, if you've been joining us for our watch along and rewatchers council here, you'll know that we taught Fear Itself, the last Buffy episode where the gang all go to a party at a frat house of horrors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was Fear Itself. Now, getting into this episode, first things first. I will never be comfortable with Doyle hitting on Cordelia.
No.
I don't
Just
care.
no.
They're like in actual age, like the actors. I think it's just a couple months,
Yeah.
but yeah,
But in Age of Characters, this is just gross.
yeah, it's not cool, guys. It's uncool. Also, is a month too soon to be asking for a raise from a job and a business that doesn't make it?
Yes, it is, but it's Cordelia, so I'd expect nothing less from her.
Yes, yeah. Maybe financially sound isn't the way you can think of Ms.
Yeah.
Chase.
I love how she said everybody just needs something designer, and I'm like, "No, they actually don't, Cordelia.
No, she
They
doesn't
really
get it.
don't."
She doesn't get it. But, things might change for her soon. We'll see.
Yeah.
Doyle's talking about how Angel should charge now, but doesn't want to project an image of a hero for hire. He's doing a little bit of exposition here. It's not the full on Angel,
Mhm.
you know, history and stuff like that. So we're going to say it's still exposition, but it's not. It's
Yeah.
not tons. Doyle gets a vision now of a girl in a paper company. I don't know how he knew which paper company it is. It was never said, or there's
I don't know how he knows half the stuff he knows from these visions.
that's true. They don't go into detail about how he knows just exactly where things are here. Also, I
Mhm.
think that a show based on a paper company might work. Delio, I don't know
Yes.
what you think.
It might. It
Might
might.
might be successful. They have a birthday cake there. That whole scene is hokey. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Like we established the other coworker characters and then never see them again. It was weird.
Yeah, the actress playing Melissa Burns, who's going to be the girl who needs the helping out here,
Mhm.
played by Tushka Bergens. She was in Swing Kids and
Okay.
somehow Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, which was pretty
Okay.
cool. She
Yeah.
was in Frasier. She was Frasier's girlfriend, which doesn't seem right either. And CSI as well, of course, for Ferris, wherever he is. She gets freaked out because a guy named Ronald sends her flowers. So
Mhm.
she just starts popping pills.
Yeah. Not just one pill, 3
She
pills.
takes 3 pills. It's like, okay. Angel, I think, would be better off if he stopped hiding out in the shadows all the time.
Yes.
I mean, she
Yes.
surprises people in car parks and stuff like that. It's not,
Mhm.
it's not cool. We saw in the Buffy episode, some poor kid gets punched in the face for doing this. Uh,
Yeah.
anyways, she just seems okay with it. I guess she has some things going on where a guy dressed in black jumping out at her in the from the shadows isn't all that scary for her, but also it could be the pills. You know what I
It
mean?
might be the pills, yeah.
It's like she's playing with it, whatever. He sounded surprised that he scared her back in the office. I don't know why. Doyle speaks out about the financial part pretty well now. He says it's doing what's best for the people you've helped. People get attached to a mysterious saver, and who can blame them? But as long as you're a man who's doing a job and getting paid, they will feel as if they paid their debt to you, and they can move on independently.
I thought that was a brilliant way of phrasing that.
That was a good way of putting it. Even Cordelia thinks that's a good way of putting it. So, of course,
Yeah.
she then says that he's something that is, not something that's nice to say anymore.
No, it's not. I was like, "Oh
Probably not
god,
nice to say then.
why is that in here?" Like, I understand it was a different time, but you never should have said that word.
No, it didn't make any sense either way she said it. Anyways, we get to meet Ronald now. Somehow he changed Melissa's PIN number.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, like especially when you consider what his powers are. I don't get it. Anyways,
I
so
mean, he must have been watching her input the pin so he could
yeah,
somehow also input the pin, but like how could he do that without her card? I'm very confused by all of that.
1999 was a different time, Adelia.
I
You
mean, you
know,
still needed your card to get stuff out of an ATM. So,
yeah, yeah. That one I'm not so sure about. Anyways,
yeah.
he knows what she's doing even when he's not around. We find out that they've only had the one date.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he believes they're in love. They're in a relationship in his eyes, Adelia.
He wants to marry her.
Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. Whatever here, pal.
Yeah.
Now we get to hear the tagline here when Cordy answers the phone. Angel Investigations. We help the hopeless.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably could use some work.
That needs some work.
Yeah, maybe they should have talked about that a little more. Anyways, Melissa's going to come in now. She's going to explain who she is. He operated her. So it turns out the doctor here operated on her eyes to restore her sight, I guess. Cordy gets why she date him, doctor. And then she tells him that he can see her everywhere. Also, she joins in on the coffee bashing before she leaves. uh, Corey just leaves pot of coffee out for a week.
Yeah. Cordy needs to learn how to take the filter out of the machine and throw it away and put a new one in. She
Recycling,
just
recycling only goes so far. You
yeah.
know, yeah, this
Yeah.
recycling can only go so far. Also, what's with drinking coffee?
That was very weird to me.
Like he says, it gives him like he says it's the joy of summer people. So, anyways,
Yeah.
Angel brings up if maybe he's invisible, he can be invisible or knows. He wants to think of more earthly causes, and then he reminds her of the vision. Like, why would the vision help us for something that isn't supernatural? When
Mhm.
Angel sees her, then when there's no one around, how does he see her when there's no one else around? I thought Corey would probably say that he was Santa Claus or something like that. There was a good Santa Claus thing. He knows
Yeah.
what she's sleeping to. We then see her undressed for some reason. Then we also see a detached eye
This
floating,
was so gross.
watching. More eyeball talk here on the Rewatchers Council 2
Yeah,
episodes
we've had
ago.
lots of eyeball talk in the last 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, how how does she not see this eyeball? This thing must be around. Like, how has no
Yeah.
one ever just noticed a floating eyeball?
Yeah, if
That
it was like behind her in the bathroom at work when she took the 3 pills, how did she not notice it in the mirror? Like, I
there's
have so
mirrors.
many
There's
questions.
mirrors. Yeah. And jeez. Oh well. What? Well, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna move on.
Yeah.
We're gonna do. Angel goes to see Kate, and I'm gonna say this: not only just here in the police department, But in the office, everywhere he goes, everything seems
It
so
looks like
sunny.
it's daylight.
It's so sunny. He's just fine with it. He's just,
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand how he's getting around.
yeah.
If
Well,
he is getting around during the day, I don't understand it. Um,
yeah.
and then
They got the
like
sewers, but
the
still there's sunlight in the room. Like I don't get it. Yeah.
yeah, but like and then the line at the end of of the episode where he's like, "I'm not going to the bank because I'd rather not catch on fire" or whatever. Like that, is an acknowledgement that it's sunny out. So why is this not affecting him in the building? I don't understand it.
They're a little loosey goosey with the rules
They're very
earlier
loosey goosey
er,
with it.
earlier on. Anyways, we get to see Doyle. Doyle is somehow allowed to shadow Melissa at work.
Yeah, that was weird. And then he's just like leaning up against another coworker's desk to talk to her and stuff. Like, what?
Yeah, gives her the good news though. 75% of Angel's clients survive.
Yeah, that was not a good thing to say, Doyle. Like, come on.
Not a savvy businessman. Let's just say that. She says she did lots of things before all this happened because he was talking about maybe going, bungee jumping and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
I thought she was blind. She had.
Well, I don't think she was blind. I think she said that he did this surgery to help save her sight.
Oh,
Not
I
that
see.
she had lost it.
Yeah, I guess you don't need to be excited for bungee jumping. Probably, actually, it's probably a little better off not knowing
Yeah,
not knowing what's
probably.
coming for you. Anyways, all this has been going on for 7 months. We find out. Kate
Yeah.
finds out that
Well,
the
Doyle has another line there that's just great where he says they'll make it so that she wants to jump off a bridge. And I'm just like, Doyle,
yeah.
let's think here, man.
Well, I think that's one of his biggest problems, isn't it? Now,
Yeah.
Kate finds out that the doctor's lawyers are their old pals at Wolfram and Hart. They seem to be
Mhm.
around kind of guys. And they place a restraining order for some reason against Melissa.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Yeah, she does say that she's going to put a cop at her building. Says it's not going to do much. She can't spare one for long. She tells him that the only person that can get her power back is Melissa. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Got to learn to not be afraid. Angel does a quick break B&E over at the doctor's office
Mhm.
while he's with a client.
Yeah. That was weird.
He could stay up all night. You know what I mean? He could
Yeah.
get in there at any
Yeah.
time. Anyways,
And
he
again, the establishing shot of this building the office is in, it's sunny.
it's a lovely day in Southern
Yeah.
California. Yeah, he's gets discovered, of course, automatically. He's reading the cover to a book. I can tell what the name of the book was at this time or whatever. It just says anything's possible. Then he starts giving a story to the doctor about how his wife needs immediate ocular
Mhm.
surgery. Everyone who there's emergency ocular surgeons, I'm sure. He
Mhm.
relates with them through a picture of Melissa and wanting to do whatever it takes for his wife. And then that's in the note. It's also pretty sunny in that office.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
then we see Cordy interviewing another doctor. Russell Meltzer, it turns out, isn't just an ocular surgeon, but an orthopedic surgeon as well, which is, if you can do it,
Sure.
fine.
Yeah.
He's good at extending time for severed limbs and reattaching nerves. I wonder if that's going to pay off here at all in this episode.
I think it will.
All right. Cordy then gets the doctor to admit that Dr. Meltzer does some pretty radical stuff. Not in a cool way, radical. If you know what I mean. Not in a
Yeah.
cowabunga way.
Doesn't share his techniques with anyone either.
Yeah, he's also greedy. Angel believes that he's fixated on Melissa because she's a real woman. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was weird.
he needs to fantasize about her so that he doesn't acknowledge his failures. Like he's getting deep. Because
Yeah.
and then question how he's everywhere at once. They finally get to it. How do you get everywhere at once? Angel brings up that book and saying you can be everywhere since we're all made of the same molecules. Makes zero sense. Then Cordy says she recognizes the guy who wrote the book from public television. Cordelia Chase.
Yeah. I don't know why Cordy would have ever in a million years recognized this guy because
Not in
I
a million
don't
years.
strike Cordelia as the person who's watching public television.
This might be the most ridiculous thing the show's done yet. Anyways, then Angel decides he's going to go email him, the author that is, complete nerve pun in there.
Yeah.
You know,
Same
Angel.
as the way he signed the book.
Yes. Oh boy. Anyways, this guy's a recluse. After all this stuff has been going on after this book,
Mhm.
he's become a recluse. But of course, agrees to see Angel immediately. So you can't be that reclusive when you're just
Yeah.
inviting strangers over to your house after a one sentence email.
Yeah.
He goes to see him, tells Angel that Meltzer isn't like other people, that he introduced him to psychic surgeons. Have you ever heard of a psychic surgeon before?
No.
I'm
No.
pretty sure psychic surgeons are what Andy Kaufman went to. If you remember when he was
Mm.
dealing with his cancer, if you ever saw Man in the Moon, and
Yeah.
then he finds out it was all a trick or whatever, and he starts laughing
Mhm.
about it. That's what a psychic surgeon is, but not in this show. It's a little
Not
different.
in this show. Yeah.
Yeah, but Meltzer has advanced beyond anything that they thought was possible. He's made this author guy a believer. Oh my god! All right, we get to see Melissa in bed again. Meltzer just hanging around outside, just standing around. Cop pulls up, asks him
Standing
to
around in the bushes.
yeah, asks him to put his hands up, and his hands are just two nubs, which is
Yeah.
gross.
It was
But
disgusting.
where'd those hands go? I wonder. Well,
Yeah.
they have managed to somehow get into Melissa's apartment and crawl up to her and get under the sheets and stuff like that. But the
Mhm.
cops taking off. The hands start grabbing her like the cousin It's or something like that. She starts
Yeah.
screaming, but the cop says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" He goes back to her apartment, tells him to go to the bedroom. Of course, he's going to clear the place. There's nothing out of the ordinary here. And then, gets strangled
Yeah.
out of
That was
out
a
of nowhere.
lot.
Yeah, Angel shows up. This is one thing I wanted that kept going through my mind and stuff like that too. If it's just he's a regular guy who can take his hands out and stuff like that, what makes him so strong? I look
Yeah.
at this guy. He's not a very big guy.
How would you have
Kind
strength
of
in
odd.
just your hands
Yeah,
to kill someone
it
without
would
the muscles in your arms? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways, Angel shows up. Meltzer sees them together. This isn't gonna work out for him.
Mhm.
Yeah. Then his hands squirm back on. Ugh. Kate arrives on the scene now. Finds it hard to believe that it's the doctor, as nothing's gonna show him going in. All the cameras, and don't show him the windows are shut. Of course, that just leaves more to explain about how the hands got in the first place. But
Mhm.
brings up that even if he was jailed, he could slither out. You know what I mean? Then it's
Yeah.
revealed that it was only his hands under the covers. Angel knows that this guy is losing it, and people are, people in there get in the way of his obsession, or they're going to be in danger now. He
Mhm.
thinks if he can trap their mobile parts, they'll start deteriorating and die. I think he got this idea, you know, in season 2 of Buffy, if you
Yeah.
remember that right. So they start creep proofing his place. Angel explains to Melissa that what the doctor can do now. Angel gives her a pep talk about her being the strong one. Okay.
I mean,
He
he's right.
Yeah, he's for sure. Yeah, this doctor has got a screw loose for sure. He and Cordy head back up to the office. They get a call in the middle of the night now on the special line. The special line.
Yeah, the special line is probably the line that's the number on the card he gave to the doctor when he's going around not telling people he's a private investigator, but
Yeah,
pretending to be someone else.
I'm just surprised they have more than one phone line at
Yeah, I am too.
that. Meltzer's caller, I guess, or his nom de plume or whatever, Brian Jensen, which is a good name for him.
Yeah.
He agrees to operate as long as it's outside the country. and he wants 100 grand.
Yeah.
It's just the way the American medical system works. You know what? He could get that illegal surgery done for free in Canada, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
No, it wouldn't work that way. Angel meets him at his office with a large metal box, but Meltzer seems to know what's up here and shoots Angel with a tranquilizer. Yet again, we're going to have vampires get knocked out by drugs.
I love that he was all like talking about how like this was going to make the
Yep.
heart slow down and
Yeah.
everything, and I'm just thinking this is not going to work on Angel.
No. But Meltzer isn't going to be made a fool of.
No.
Cordelia, for goodness sake. So he's going to go kill her now. Somehow it seems, though, you know, I just don't understand how drugs work in vampires. But I guess that they can drink or whatever. Spike talks about eating hippies at Woodstock and having a pretty good time. So there you go.
Yeah.
Angel's sleeping for some reason. Doyle whiskeyed up her tea, Adelia.
Yeah, enough to like put his aunt whoever to sleep,
Yeah,
which
and
was
she was a large lady. You know what I mean? But
mhm.
whiskey and tea, like, come on. I don't know about that. There's Irish coffee, which is whiskey and coffee, but I just couldn't imagine drinking tea and whiskey. Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, Cordy now questions why anybody dates ever. She's going to rant on about this for a while. Of
Mhm.
course, we're going to see those sentient hands breaking through the defenses that they've done, including duct tape, which has worked
Oh yeah,
before.
the duct tape is totally not going to work.
Duct
I
tape
knew
has
it's
worked for Cordy before. It
it
saved her
has.
from a
It
bug person.
has, but it's
Hmm.
definitely not going to this time.
Nope, nope. They hear a noise. They decide, well, they're going to get themselves armed. Then that floaty little eyeball appears again. You got one hand rattling the grate. Well, another one opens the door. Doctor walks in and just kind of walks into his eyeball. Oh, that was
Yeah,
creepy. Oh,
that was gross.
yeah, the grate opens the latch. Cordy then gets grabbed by the doctor here. Then Doyle gets pulled down into the sewers by the other hand. For some reason, he just kept looking and looking and looking. Why would you just look over the grate? Makes no
No,
sense.
Doyle, I don't know what he was doing.
About as sharp as a beach ball, that guy. Cordelia is put into a closet. Melissa finally wakes up after all of this to see the doctor reconstitutionalize himself now. She's going to ask him what he is. And he says he's basically a transformer here, Delia. He's more than meets the
Basically.
eye. He's more than meets the eye. And says she was leading him on. He's going to
Mhm.
pull a scalpel out on her now. Then she starts letting him have it, saying she'd be crazy to touch him or wake up next to his pieces. And she's
Mhm.
done being afraid of him. She's taken the power back. Good for her. He says even if he kills her, he's not going to be afraid of her, which I don't know. She says she's weak, or she says he's weak. He says, oh yeah, well I killed Angel, of course, so don't worry about him. And then a cue, of course, Angel, a sliding door reveal, which is
Mhm.
nice thing. I don't know why he has sliding doors in his place, but he does. So he launches his teeth at him,
That
which
was
would
weird.
you figure his head would just collapse on itself or something like that too. No, bites him in the arm. So that's almost like poetic justice. And finally, Angel's the one that's getting bit. So Angel smacks him onto a wall. I do like that when he grabs his face after his teeth get smacked into a wall. That was pretty good. He starts stabbing Angel with the scalpel,
Mhm.
launches his hand at him, which Angel, of course, is just going to take the scalpel and stab the hand. Meltzer now starts falling apart. His face starts coming apart
Yeah,
now.
yeah, like
I don't know what
that
that was
seemed
about.
very fast.
Yeah, Angel just lops his head off, which is sort of good. Good for you. Then, the next day it seems that we see Cordy putting those coffee grounds on top of the old
Cordelia
coffee.
really needs to learn how to make coffee. I mean,
Or
seriously.
the guys can do it. It's not a lady's job, Adelia. Anyone can
I
do
know,
it.
but if she is going to be the one to do it, she really needs to learn how to do it.
Yeah, she needs to pay attention to this thing for sure. We find out that the angel gave the doctor the judge treatment here, where he packed him in a bunch of boxes and then put him under the ground under where new cement was going in a subway station. It turns out, uh,
Yeah.
we get to see Melissa come bring them a plant, which is nice, I guess.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's a great gift for a vampire, but it's not like his office doesn't have plenty of sun, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Then Angel timidly asks for the payment and gets it. They
Yeah.
actually have a paying customer. How do you do, you guys? Cordy and Doyle, pretty excited about this. They want to go to the bank. Then
Mhm.
yeah, Angel talks about how he doesn't want to get all crispy and stuff like that, which is it's too late for that now. What's the excuse? Too much sunlight in that office. But that's how this episode ends. So
It was
next
an
week,
episode.
next week's is better.
Yeah.
I'll say that because Cordelia is going to get herself a new place, which is pretty fun. Now that one's called Room with a View. Much more fun than this episode, but it was fun to talk about it with you, Adelia. Thanks for joining
Yeah.
me here on
Of
Rewatchers Council.
course.
Now, how about you tell people what you're going to be up to on Liberty Network?
Well, you can probably find me tomorrow on the Incredible Hulk edition of the Rewatchers Council. The MC rewatch that we're doing. That'll be up at 3 p.m. Pacific on Saturday. Then on Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific over on the Sports Channel, you'll find me and Snark doing Starting 11, my last Starting 11 of the season, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm going on vacation on Thursday for the rest of the month. So, yeah, that's basically the what all I'm doing for a while.
So I was reading because Chelsea got into the finals of the conference league. So I'm
Yeah, I
super.
saw that.
I was reading an article in the Athletic, and Arsenal caught some strays from it. I was like, "What did they do to you?" Anyways, I thought it was funny. I don't think you'd be all that happy with it, but I just wanted to
Probably
mention it.
not. Probably
No.
not.
So yes, I'll be back next week to talk Angel and Buffy. Buffy, the worst episode they ever did. We're going to be talking about Beer Bad. That's the next one. Room with a View is the Angel episode next
Yeah.
week. I got LGRN after Snark with Danny this weekend to talk Andor. Those which are fantastic. We'll talk some more Star Wars with that Tales of the Underworld or whatever. Not
Hmm.
Tales of the Underpants, which is the first thing that went through my head when that word was coming into my head. Yeah, and then of course starting 11, we'll be live Tuesday. We'll see how Chelsea in a big match against Newcastle this week. But that's it for us, guys.
I mean, Arsenal has a quote unquote big match against Liverpool this weekend, but
It would have
it
been,
means nothing now.
yeah.
So who cares?
It's essentially an exhibition match because
Yeah.
you guys are getting Champions League football. There's going to be no doubt about it. So,
Yeah.
Liverpool is playing for nothing. So there you are.
Exactly.
Yeah, and yeah, and then there's Chelsea. Let's see when Newcastle shows up. But anyways, that's for the sports channel, LGRN
There's a
Sport.
link to the channel in the description of this episode, along with ways you can help financially support the channel if you're interested. So check those out.
Hopefully, you guys have read the little ticker down below, so we won't have to go through all that, including the huge link for shop.com as we were going. Like, subscribe, all those good things. It helps out the channels, Ko-Fi, Patreon. Those are all great as well and would be appreciated. But, guys, until then, and until the next time, we talk to you here on Angel. In the words of Doyle, top of the morning to you. I don't know if that's right.
I don't think that's how you say goodbye.
All right.